Scanning for audio.
Welcome to the Tin Dog Podcast, number 95E, Torchwood, Day 5. I've tried to record this podcast 2 or 3 times at this point, and well, each time it's all gone horribly wrong. The cables would go missing to connect certain pieces of equipment, or the sound quality would be as bad as 95A. But most of all, I just could not face doing the recording. I know I'm in the minority, but I really didn't like Day 5. I'll explain in a moment. Torchwood, Day 5, and no one can see a reasonable way out of the storyline. The last 3 episodes of Children of Earth have been relentlessly miserable, and my dislike for this programme puts me apart from almost every other Doctor Who or Torchwood fan I've come across. Everyone else seems to love Children of Earth. It's Torchwood for people who don't like Torchwood. I'm not sure that statement truly makes sense, but it is how I feel. Yeah, not every episode of Series 1 or 2 of Torchwood was great. I don't even have to cite examples of things like the Cyberwoman. But this really didn't do it for me, and I know it did it for everyone else. I feel like the only kid who could see the Emperor was naked in the Emperor's new clothes. But perhaps I'm in the wrong. I'm the one who sees him naked because I'm thick, and everyone else can see the enormous, wonderful, the clothing that just drapes him. I'll move on and talk about actual Torchwood, shall I? I wanted an elegant solution to the story arc. I could see that everyone had gone a bit, Buffy or Babylon 5, killing off characters left, right and centre. But like all good fans, I'd tried to figure out where the storyline was going. I thought that they would make use of Captain Jack's inability to die, Clem's connection to the alien, and put those together in some sort of slightly techno-babbly kind of a way and defeat the alien menace. I knew, like Star Trek, well, more like Star Trek The Next Generation, where they come up with a plan around the 20 to the hour mark, try to put it into practice, and it all goes horribly wrong. That's what had happened in episode 4. They'd come up with a plan, it had gone horribly wrong, tried to put it into practice, it had backfired, made things worse. But then, 5 minutes before the end of the episode, this is in Star Trek The Next Generation, they come up with a variant on the same plan, and it works. That's how sci-fi works. But not here. Here, we didn't get the elegant solution. Jack didn't go, right, here's the noise they used, I can use a child's connection, and then I can step in to take the frying thing and save my grandchild, thus giving an elegant solution. No one dies. It's better. I know it's meant to be dark. It's as if the writers sat round and went, how can we make this darker than anything we've ever written before? I understand this. I understand that the performances were superb. Capaldi will win awards left, right and centre. As the camera pulled away from that room and you heard all the shots, if you've still got it on Sky Plus, watch it with the subtitles. All it says is 3 shots. Then there's a pause and it says another shot. Even the subtitles were poignant. This was superbly done. But what I wanted was an elegant solution to a complex problem. What I got was a snuff movie, adults standing around while a child died. I know millions of children were meant to die. I know what they'd done is they'd made a list of all the taboos and ticked them all off. But as they also did was recreate the last ever Quatermass storyline, and then, well, give it back to us. Of course there are small plot holes, things like, if these are meant to be failing schools, how come they were all perfectly dressed in their uniforms? We all know what failing schools really are supposed to look like. I don't understand how the army didn't kick up a fuss and they just followed orders, even the ones who were supposed to be looking out for their own kids. no one got out of this unscathed, and at the very end, Captain Jack has to leave the Earth. Why? For redemption? No. Mainly so that he can be in the next series of Doctor Who. Possibly in the specials, possibly at Christmas, possibly off Earth, possibly just in time for him to meet the 10th/11th Doctor, in a scene which may or may not have already have been shot. Or am I being just a little bit too cynical? So yeah, you're right. It was great, it was well acted, it was well performed, it was exactly the Torchwood that people had always wanted all along. Except for me, and I know I'm wrong. So I'll leave it there, after this very, very long week, this emotional rollercoaster that was BBC One's first showing of Torchwood. I don't know if there'll be a season 4. I don't know if Jack's daughter will be in charge. But if they are, I'll watch it. I hope it's not another mini-series. I hope it goes back to its 13-week, once-a-week run. I hope that there's more Monsters of the Week. I hope we found out exactly what did happen in Jack's missing year. But most of all, I hope it has more Joe. So until next time, be seeing you. You have been listening to the Tin Dog Podcast. Doctor Who and its associated shows are all trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Contact us at tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk.